it out alone ever these days. I'll look for a moment. It could be nice, I think. So I've been thinking about, actually motivated by the working group and the prompt around the land acknowledgement, been thinking a lot about the rain and exploring, like what I'm thinking of as the choreographies that rain prompts. So I'll save some of that for the land acknowledgement stuff, but anyway, just thinking about this moving in relation and moving across relations and stuff, thought I'd just send you a few very early thoughts. Thinking, moving thoughts. So thinking about, I'll just show you. Just thinking about like this one. And you're in the rain, and maybe you're caught unexpected, or just not ready to get wet. So you're here, and maybe there's like kind of a quickness around the moving. Maybe like a peeking up. So that's one. Just thinking about this one when you're with a little one who doesn't want to get their head wet. So gathering and folding and like using body as shelter, resting place and shelter. This one. And thinking about this one's easy when you are prepared. But then also that space that you have to navigate, that kind of like pre-COVID bubble that you carry with you when you move through space with an umbrella. Oh, and then these really lovely ones that I'm so many years separated from now, but just you know, like that splash. And then reciprocal. And then that one, when you're just feeling it. That input from above, that like tangible, physical ground from up. So that's a very loose something for you to digest or not. I don't think we need to feel pressure to do anything with this at all. This chunk of time is bananas, and I have like no time, as I'm sure you know. So whatever we do would be kind of like this-ish, and I'm fine to shelve it and call it future development. I was just so excited about collaborating with you, so I wanted to make something happen. Okay, be well. Alana, miigwech for that movement that you just shared, and for making it about rain. It's really rainy right now, and just before I got your video, I was working on some salmon movements, and on Saturday I'll be working with Chippewa Métis filmmaker Carl Mumford. We're going to take a salmon road trip and map out Leanne Simpson's poem, She Sang Them Home, which is about the return of the Salmon Nation to Mississauga territory and to their ancestral water routes. There's a big salmon hatching project going on around here, but the headwaters aren't hospitable to the grown salmon, so they spawn and die, and so we need to do better at that cycle, obviously. So She Sang Them Home is like this beautiful poem
where the salmon are returning and they're feeling the lateral line in their spine. And I went in the spring and stood in the Ganaraska Creek, which is in Port Hope, Ontario. I stood in the water with the salmon, and they were waiting for a rain event so that they could start going up the fish ladder. So I think this makes more sense in profile, but a movement that I've been thinking about is they do this waiting, just this like strong, still waiting. And obviously when they're waiting, they also have this like underbite that's really kind of charming. So I think about the waiting, get ready to go. Another gesture that I was thinking of was this like, hi, hello, let's go, like hi, hello, let's go, which I really want to do in the water, and also in let's go, to like start feeling the lateral line and like enjoying the lateral line. That building momentum, I guess. And the final lines in that poem, I think, are, it's okay, it's over now, it's okay, you can cry now. And so I love this idea of holding, probably not protecting a little one from water in this sense, but feeling that little ones need to be held, and maybe the old ones too. I love also this idea, I think you said, just feeling it, and that's really strong for me. I'm thinking about the umbrella and the bubble, and also the movement exercises that we do where we're like, keep 6 feet between you at all times, and then we like move around the room with other bodies. Part of that poem also is the salmon seeing other nations, so being like, oh my gosh, like, hey, I'm Meg, how are you doing? And then like, hey Beaver, how are you doing? I wonder if Turtle's here. Let's see if we can find like some of the other people that we see when we're going. And this is how I would be if I was a salmon and like pretty excited. But I think it kind of like, hi, hello, but still going. But I think that the space around a salmon is made up by other members of the salmon nation because they're so thick, yeah? And I love your leaping splash, like your puddle splash, and that reciprocity. I definitely want to splash in the water. We're going to go 5 points along from Lake Ontario into the headwaters, so I'm hoping for sure to do some splashing, and I hope some of that like crazy twerking, twisting salmon splashing into the water. And it's just gonna be really wet in that car. I'm gonna bring so many towels. Anyway, it is so beautiful collaborating, and I feel like you've really given me something here, and I'm really also thankful for how you've brought my attention more to the space around and what that means. And so I offer that. I'm doing pretty quick processing. Like I watched your film 5 minutes ago and it was just coming out of Salmon Movement, so just coming back. But take as long as you need. And I agree with you. I think if we're offering something to the CHTR community, I think showing development is really quite amazing, and if we have no further reflections, I'm okay with an offering of, 1 or 2 of these exchanges. But if you would like to keep this work going, it's very beautiful. I don't know if you felt that way. Maybe it will feel a bit different now that I'm like coming back to you for you, because you got us started. But yeah, I just feel you. I feel you in the room. I really invited you in, and I feel recognized in an embodied way, which is kind of uncommon at this time, unless with the bodies who are always, always around, as you say, those precious ones. Okay, I'm going to send back to you, and take as long as you need before sending back to me. I don't know even if I'm in the frame, it's like just a black screen at this moment. Okay, yeah, bye, bon appétit.